Hello, everybody. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. We're live. I'm just going to turn you so I can see you a little bit easier. How are you? We took a little bit longer than planned to go live today, but that's okay because these things happen and we roll with them. Say hello if you're watching live so I can say hello back to you. And if you're not watching live and you're watching the recording, say hello anyway because I'm hopefully have the chat on so I can come and say hello to you too later. Now today we are going to talk about something very, very fun. We are talking about how to let your business and life be easy. And this is something I'm very passionate about because I really feel like the more you struggle, the less results you get in your business. And I think that we can all think of examples of times when we have felt like we were doing the hard slog in our business or something wasn't going right in our life. And as a result, everything just felt difficult and we weren't excited to do it. And then, sales stop coming in or they start dropping off and everything feels so much harder. But then, when you have a really good month in your business and you're super confident and things are going well and you're enjoying what you're doing, those seem to be the months where you have record sales. And I really think too that not just my experience and my clients, but when I look at other entrepreneurs, that's what I notice too, is that the people who are having fun and the people who are not finding things difficult, they're not giving out this struggling vibe, they're relaxed and they're happy. Those are the ones I gravitate to, and those are the ones I purchase off. So I guess today's live class is for you if you've been feeling the struggle, if you've been feeling unfocused, if you've been feeling uninspired, unmotivated, if you're not sure how you're going to reach your goals in your business and by extension your life, or if you feel like there's so many other people out there who you can see that their marketing strategies or their offers are working really well, that you've tried them and they haven't worked for you and you're feeling a little bit down about that, then today's class is for you. Business and life really doesn't have to be a struggle. And so I think we should talk now about what you can do to let your business be easier. So I've got some notes here that I'm looking at. And to do things easier, I think it's important that we cover, first of all, what's getting in the way of your success. So a couple of reasons that come to mind, things that I see pattern-wise or have seen over the last 10 years working for myself and working online, is that the number one most likely reason that your business isn't growing, or the reason that you're not hitting your income goal level or your sales goal, is that really you're not being consistent enough in your business. I've been working for myself for a decade now, and with my one-on-one clients and my group programs in both of my businesses, that's the one thing that people seem to struggle with the most. It's the thing that all of the people who are struggling have in common. They're not being consistent. So many new entrepreneurs flutter about from one strategy to another, or from one offer to another, or from one social media platform to another. They kind of flit and flutter about and they hope that one's going to work really, really fast and be the answer to their growth and income goals or dreams. And they kind of swap around so quickly because they don't really want to commit to it. We want the quick wins to make sure it's worth putting time and effort into it. So, you might do Instagram reels for a little while and think, oh, that's working for other people, great. And then you might try 3 reels and give up because it hasn't worked for you. Or you might try YouTube and think, oh, this person grew their platform on YouTube, and so you try YouTube for a month and you don't get anything. Or then you might go to Facebook Lives and, the same pattern over and over again. We flip and we flutter from one strategy or one platform or one offer to another without actually committing to it for a good chunk of time and letting it actually work. I've done it myself. I still do it now. Bright, shiny object syndrome is a real thing. And it's not always a bad thing. In fact, most creative entrepreneurs experience it at some point. It's only a bad thing if you let it hold you back. So if you're spotting new ideas all over the place and you're not consistent on one, then just recognize each new idea as what it is, which is a distraction. It's a way to procrastinate a little more. It doesn't mean you never have to try anything new, but, when you get a new idea, write it down and then let it go for the moment, right? Continue to focus on one consistent strategy. So one social media platform, one offer, one area, one signature topic, until you start to see results. And then once you've mastered that one area, that's when it's time to bring in something else. So yeah, look at the entrepreneurs that you love and have a think about what they have in common. Most of them have a signature topic that they specialize in. They have one clear main offer in the first year or two of their business. It's a signature program or a coaching offer or a VIP day. There's something specific that they offer for the first 12 to 24 months. They've been consistently visible for at least 12 months before they see major traction in their business. And they started with just one visibility platform, whether that be blogging back in 2009 or Facebook in 2012 or YouTube or Pinterest or podcasting. They have one major focus. And then they master that platform and then they move on from there. The truth is everything works. Everything works. Every strategy, every platform, every offer, every price, everything works, but only if you do it consistently. So yeah, that's the first reason. If you're not seeing any results or you're not happy with the results that you're seeing, that's the first thing you need to look at. Now let's have a look at the second reason, which is that your business isn't growing because you're focusing on your problems and your hurdles instead of focusing on how to overcome them. It sounds really harsh, doesn't it? But if you look really, really closely at what's been holding you back, you'll start to see that that's true. It's a pattern. I saw it with myself. I see it with my clients. I see it with people in my group programs. For example, when my clients say to me that they don't have time to action a marketing plan or their marketing strategy consistently, and then I say to them, okay, cool, walk me through what your week looks like in terms of actions for your work. Every time I see procrastination, I see tasks that are busy work, I see things that take a long time but don't actually contribute to growth or sales. I see people doing things the hard way instead of finding out a way to outsource them or make them simpler or easier or to automate it. And it's the same with money. When my clients say, they don't have the money to buy products and systems that they need to run their business online, then, when I look at what they think they need, there's plenty of free options out there that you can use in your first couple of years of business. You don't need a lot of money to do it. You don't have to pay for a social media scheduler if you can schedule your content on Instagram and Facebook for free through Facebook, right? You don't need to pay for Vimeo if you can use YouTube for free. You don't need an expensive website. In fact, you don't even need a website right at the beginning. You've got social media. You don't need to pay monthly for a checkout system for your online program. You can pay once for something like Thrivecart, or you can use a free option like Gumroad. And just pay a percentage of sales when people actually buy your program. So yeah, there's plenty of options. You don't even need to pay separately for things anymore. a lot of us entrepreneurs are used to paying separately for an email marketing system, a system to capture leads, sales page and a checkout, course video hosting for our learning platforms. We're used to paying for all of that separately, but now with programs like Influencersoft, you can pay one time, not per month, one time at the moment for that one, and have all of those features rolled in together. So instead of paying $1,000 a month anymore, you might pay $1,000 one time, and then that's it. So your expenses are completely trimmed. That takes the pressure off. You're not worried anymore about making sales so that you can cover your business expenses. Instead, every sale you make is money coming in for you, which feels much better, right? Makes you want to do more with it. My point is there's always a way to overcome the hurdle that you think is holding you back. Okay, well, that's the heavy stuff. Let's move on to the easy part. From now on, you only have to focus on 2 steps when running your business. 2 steps. That's it. Step number 1 is decide. Step number 2 is take action. Everything that happens from this point on, you're going to look at it from that point of view. Decide, take action. And that's it. Doesn't matter what comes up. First you make a decision, then you take an action. Let's do it together right now. You're going to decide that your business and life will be easy from this point on. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just going to be easy. Okay? Anytime a hurdle comes up, you're going to sit back, relax, take a moment, and decide what you'll do to overcome it. You're going to decide what you actually want from your business. So this is about getting clear on how it's going to feel to run your business, not just what your goal is. Goals are great. You know, if you want to make $100,000 this year, no problem. But why do you want to make it? What will you do with that money? How will it make you feel? It's not actually about the money. And I think this is true with any thought about abundance and success. It's not actually about the money. It's about what that money can bring you, right? Most entrepreneurs that I talk to, they don't want to work 8 hours anymore on a limited income, 8 hours a day. They don't want to do that anymore because what they actually want is to be happy and free, and they want more time to do the things they love. And the money enables them to do that. But that's kind of ironic because when we first start our own business, a lot of us find ourselves working longer hours than before and for less money, or certainly for income that's no longer guaranteed. And then that's when we start to feel stuck in a rut. We feel overwhelmed, we feel like failures. This is when we're starting to feel like, oh, it's working for everybody else, but it's not working for me. And then we get stuck in that whole negative feeling. And that's really hard to get out of. And people can sense that then in your content, in your marketing, in your vibe. So if that's you, it's time to decide that your business will be successful. It will be smooth. It will be easy. You will enjoy it. And you will be paid well. So that's decide. Just take a moment and decide, because you really are in control of your business and your life. Now let's talk about step 2, which is taking action. And the only rule here is consistency. Everything works. Pick one offer, one strategy, focus on that. So grab a pen and paper and plan out your pathway. You can write down how much you're going to make this year, what you are going to sell in order to make that money. Just one thing, one program, one course, one book, just one thing so that there's no overwhelm. Okay, we're going to master that one thing first. What price are you going to sell it for? And how many people need to see your offer in order for you to achieve your sales or income goal? Usually we assume that 1% of people will buy from your sales page. And then where will you show up consistently so that you can get in front of these people? Okay. Right, now let's stop for a minute. Look at what we've written down. And remember, it's how you feel that's going to determine your actions. And that's going to determine your outcomes. So let's take a minute, look at what you've written down for how much you're going to make, what you're going to sell, how many people you need to get it in front of. If you feel overwhelmed looking at that right now, that's not easy, right? That's not going to help. If you feel overwhelmed looking at the amount of people that need to see your offer, if you feel like, wow, that's a lot of people and I just don't think I can get in front of that many people, raise your price right now. If your online program is $197 and you need to sell 508 spaces to get to $100,000, that can feel really overwhelming. Raise your price. I've seen the same content sell successfully in the last 10 years, whether it be a $7 ebook or trigger offer, a $20 book, a $50 quick start, or a $100 consult, a $2,000 program, a $3,000 VIP day, same content, different delivery method. The one thing they all had in common was the thing was something that people wanted to buy because they wanted the outcome and the transformation that this thing promised to deliver to them. So it's not about the delivery method. It's not about the price. It's about, is it worth that person buying it? They won't mind what price it is as long as there's a return on their investment that makes it worth paying for. Okay, so if your program is $197, 508 spaces is a lot to make 100K. But if your program is $497, then you'll need to only sell 201 spaces. And if your program is $997, then you'll only need to sell 100 spaces. And if your program is $2,000, you only need to sell 50 spaces. Much more doable. Second part of taking action is to remove the obstacles. And this is nice and easy, just how we like it. Just grab your pen and paper, write down what's getting in your way, and then brain dump possible solutions for it. Just whatever you can think of. It doesn't matter if it feels crazy. Just write down, clearly define what the hurdle is, the reason you think you're being held back right now, and then brain dump everything onto that paper, ways that you think you can overcome it. In the Let It Be Easy program, we use an activity called perfect versus easy for this. I've used it for years and years in my business and in my life. And it's been the key to removing obstacles without having to slog it out and really struggle to get there. And work to your strengths. Focus on the things that you enjoy and find ways to outsource and hack and automate the rest. Okay, plan out your pathway for action and remove any obstacles. I hope you found that helpful. If you're thinking about joining us for the Let It Be Easy program, it's still in pre-sale until September 6th, which means that if you sign up before September 6th, you get $600 in savings and you get $888 in bonuses. So I'll be sure to leave a link to the program in the description of this video. But yeah, just remember that there's only those two things you have to focus on, okay? Decide and take action. Decide that your business and life is going to be easy, and then take the actions that are going to help you get there. Doesn't have to be huge, doesn't have to be difficult. You just want things to feel good. Okay. Thank you so much, everybody. I will see you next time.